What's up, guys? That's not gonna work right there, is it? Wait. Can we do that? Oh, sorry. I'm trying to figure this out. There we go. What's up, YouTube? Brian Van Dyne here with my son Brian. We're just pretty much just hanging out. And the new dump truck. You know, not really doing anything. Today's Saturday and it's pouring down rain, so we figured we'd install this air blower kit, which we did. Let me just say, if you get one from like the gas station, guaranteed it's gonna leak. Like every single one I've bought so far has leaked. They suck. They're garbage. So you're basically better off buying the stuff at like a commercial place and then, you know, making your own kit. So I think that's what I might end up doing eventually. I'm gonna move this just a smidge that way. Say hello to everybody on there.
Hi.
Yeah, that's a better position right there. No, actually, I lied. It's a horrible position. Right there. That's where we want that bad boy. Okay. Yeah. So what are you guys up to on Saturday? What are you guys up to? I'm going to go ahead and shut this off. That way you can hear us just a smidge better. So, I don't know how many of you guys are on our Instagram and our Facebook page, but I posted some pictures of what the dump truck's going to look like once the wrap's done. What are you ripping your hair out for, David? Whoops. What are you ripping? Still waiting for it to get wrapped. So for those of you that are on my Instagram and the, you know, the, what's it called? Instagram, Facebook, you know, that stuff. For those of you guys that know, we're going to do orange and it's kind of a lighter blue because we can't, I don't want to wait 2 weeks for the darker blue to show up. It's just, and my son likes the light blue, so, you know, he's the boss. So we're going to go with what he says. Right, son? You're the boss? Yep. Yep. Yeah, man. So, I figured out what some of these switches are on the dash. That I had questions about. For some reason they put belly dump switches on this dash. I don't even know why. That's kind of weird to me, but hey, I don't know. Whatever it's for, whatever it's for. So I guess we're gonna do some investigating on what this strong arm. We might as well do something here. I got a wheel chuck because somebody mentioned that when I put the strong arm down, when there's no weight in there, there's a potential of it rolling away because you're taking the weight off the drivers. And the maxi cans is what keeps it from moving. No, we haven't gotten it dirty yet. Okay, this pisses me off. Maybe for the pup trailer. Yeah, it's already got switches for the pup trailer, so, you know, we'll just have to wait and see. These were the switches that were in question right here, basically. Clean that up. Okay, so these ones right here are belly dump switches. We still haven't figured out what this switch does. So if anybody knows what this switch does, let us know. Like, I can hear a clicking back there, but that's it. That might be for the dogs. Oh. It just sounds too quick to be the dogs releasing. And anyways, let's take a look at this strong screen. Okay, I know it's a little dirty for you guys. It's got this thing on it. I'm not going to take this off because that's going to kind of protect it. Let's go back. Oh, okay. So check this out. So here's the strong display. Let's load that up. Loading. So I guess as soon as you get in the truck, you're going to want to load this up and, you know, make sure it's all set up before you go out for the day. That way, you know. Yeah, okay, we understand. I wish there was like a button, do not show again. There probably is. So we got all these things right here. So this is the main menu right here. We can go to pushers. Luckily, this truck is not set up with the pusher axles on the strong arm display, because I've heard some people had some issues with that. Disabled. Scales. Check this out. That is freaking sweet. I don't think this one is set up with the scales, but it looks like you can set it up for the scales, which would be pretty sweet. Map. Looks like it's got navigation on here somehow. Ooh, that's kind of weird. There we go. Oh. No. Yeah, I don't like that very much. Let's see. Let's go to jobs. Netcode, please resolve the following error. Unable to connect to server. Please make sure. I guess you can set it up so where you have jobs and stuff. That's kind of cool. If you have a fleet of these, you can set it up so they automatically get the stuff, I guess. That's the system. There's some weird craziness right there. Okay, I don't like that. There we go. I don't know what these buttons do. What's this button do? Let's just see what that does. I think that just turns the screen off. Okay, that turns the screen off and on. And then we got volume, plus or minus. And then we got these buttons down here.
Got those buttons.
Yeah, don't touch that. What's up, Rick? I got the pup stuff. The stuff is right down here. We got the trailer tarp. We got the reach or the drawbar. I think that's the same thing. The trailer lock is for, like, sometimes on a lot of trailers, the front wheel is a pivoting, and so you lock that in place so you can back it up a lot easier. And then you got the tailgate for that. Then you also got this right here, which this is for the up and down. You got up and down right here too. You guys can't really see it on this phone, but it does show the strong arm there. It'd be cooler if it showed it with all three drop axles right there too. That'd be cooler. We got a lot of spare switches. I still don't know what this one is. Those are for belly dump, those two switches right there, which is kind of weird. And then we got drop axle 3, 2, 1. Then we got our lockers. Disable the regen. And then we got a whole bunch of spares. That basically, these ones do nothing. but, you know, they're there. And then we got 2 more right here that don't do anything. And we got the engine fan and the lights. The other day when I drove this here, I noticed that the, which gauge was it? Oil temperature. The oil temperature was up around like, I don't know, 220, 230. Is that even normal? That seemed kind of high. Like, I'm guessing with the way this gauge is set up, you know, anywhere from 150 to 200 would be kind of normal. It was up here, and we weren't even hauling nothing, so it seemed kind of hot to me. Tell me what you guys think. I might need to call them and ask them what the regular, you know, oil temperature should be around. Obviously, it's showing red past 250, but, you know, I don't know, 220 seemed kind of warm. 230, according to that gauge, you know.
That's number 3, Daddy.
That's number 3? That's the 3rd drop axle, huh? This doesn't have a Cummins in it. Cummins Insight ASAP. Yeah, this doesn't have a Cummins in it. It's got the PACCAR motor in it. Anyways, we're getting pretty good fuel economy. I've been idling it a little bit here and there, but it was at about 7 miles per gallon when I drove it here empty, so that's pretty good.
Those are locks, Daddy. Yeah.
Yeah, those are the interlocks. And then down here we got some lights. Dang, Michael. That sounds like you got a pretty good deal on it. $40,000. That's an okay deal for a dump truck. I don't know what condition it's in or what year or what's in it. Man, that's gonna irritate the hell out of me. This thing leaks. That air thing we just installed, it leaks. You would think that they would come with like some sort of anti-leaking thread locker already installed onto the threads before you thread it in, you know, like that red stuff, but no, it doesn't. So here's something cool. I guess it's kind of cool. I don't know if it's useful yet. The way this is designed is so it's set up on that little pedestal. I kind of moved it. I don't know if you could move it to right there or not. Probably not. But that's probably for the logbook one. For the e-logs. One thing I'm a little disappointed in, you know, is... Here's one thing I'm a little disappointed in. So they got these antennas and stuff. They didn't even route them, right? So they're just kind of dangling here. And then on this side also, they got another one, antenna. This is for the GPS. That's how it is. Like, they didn't even route it. You would think with a $300,000 dump truck, that would have been already, you know, put up and everything. Another thing, no fire extinguisher. That should come standard with any commercial vehicle. It's required by law to have a fire extinguisher in every single commercial vehicle. So why doesn't that come standard with a $300,000 truck? When you're buying the top of the line truck, how come that doesn't come with it? Just these little things like that.
That's for the truck and that's for the trailer.
Yeah, 99% great shape. Sounds like you got a good deal, Michael. Hope it, you know, lasts a long time for you.
That one's for the truck, that one's for the truck, that one's for the trailer too.
Yeah, you're learning lots, aren't you? Yep. He said, do you remember what you called that when you first saw it?
This is for the truck, this is for the trailer.
Yep, that one's for the truck, that one's for the trailer. He asked me why we had ketchup and mustard dispensers in the truck. Huh? Didn't you ask it why there was ketchup and mustard in the truck? Yeah, that was funny, huh? He asked me why there was ketchup and mustard for the truck. I was dying when I heard that. I wish I would have got it on video. Yeah, it's the little things, guys. You know, those little things like that are just like, what? How was that overlooked?
It got a radio, too.
Yeah, it's got a radio. It's got a nice radio, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Interesting. Not for parking. Anyways, you guys have any questions about this truck while we're here? I could probably... it's raining outside. I don't want to take you outside. Another thing that was kind of a little frustrating to me is on the back, another thing, they didn't give me a gate lock, so I just went out and bought one. It's like $20, you know. It's like those little things. Like when you're paying $300,000 for a truck, like how come it did not come with it, you know? Like how was that overlooked? Even with free hats and jackets and t-shirts, which nice, get free gifts with purchase. Yeah, well, I mean, Michael, it's just like when you're spending $300,000, more than $300,000. Once it's all said and done, it's gonna be like $350,000. When you're spending that much money, where the little things is what you need to shine on. Yeah, we're definitely gonna put a driver in this. Definitely. He's gonna make the payments for me. You know, so. And when he's not working day shift, I'll be working night shift in it. Or we will be, I wish there was like a, let's see, main settings. Company name. Oh yeah, let's put the company name in here. Let's do that. Nope. We want all capitalized. V A N D U Y N space. That's annoying that I have to press that every time. Okay. Truck type. Choose your truck type. Super dump, strong box, mule, unite. And it says super dump. Number of pushers, 3. Did it save it? Yep. Okay, so 3. Disable pusher control. Check this option if the pushers are controlled on the dashboard of the truck. Check. 4th pusher or tag axle. We don't have a 4th one. Auto raising tag axle. Auto pusher raise. I think it's already set up for that. Mud flaps. Auto mud flaps. Check this option if you would like your mud flap to automatically raise and lower when moving forward. I don't know if we should check that. Should we check that?
Sure.
I think that's a good feature, automatic. Tarp. Check this option if you have an electric tarp. We got one, but it's manual setup. Bed cameras. I wish we had bed cameras. We don't yet have bed cameras. Tire monitors.
And cameras.
Max tire temperature. Check this option if you have inclination sensors installed on the truck. Tilt caution level. Look at all these tilt warnings and stuff. Max PTO speed. $10 miles an hour. That's a good speed. Once it goes above 10, it disengages the PTO. Disable the PTO button for trucks without integrated PTO engage. PTO override. Oh, check that out. You can override the PTO if you need to. Disable reading speed from GPS. Screen off while driving. Check this option to make sure the screen will go black when the truck is moving above 15 miles per hour. Yeah, I don't think we need that. Accelerometer meter. Limit force at which an accelerometer event is recorded. Okay. We got all that. Now let's go back. It's loading.
Here we go.
Yep, there we go. What do you think? Still raining. I wish it wasn't raining. You want to go put the thing on the back?
Sure.
Yeah, sure? Okay. Let's do that.
Not that way.
You're going to come out this way? Okay. Come on out this way. It's not raining that bad. One thing that's kind of cool. Here, come here. Yeah, I tried that, John. Alright, let's see. What?
A treat.
Treat? You want me to hand you your treat? Okay. This is... Give me a second. There you go. See, this is one of the things I had to buy afterwards that should have been installed. Like, when you pay $300,000 for a truck, this should have been installed on it. Right? See it? Not there. Okay, can you do Daddy a favor? Can you hold this? Yep. Hold it just like that. What do you think, son? You think they should have given us this
Sure.
when we bought the truck? Yeah? Yeah, I think so too. Kind of a rip-off that they didn't. That's alright. We'll figure it out. What the? Obviously not the right size that goes on that one. Okay, there we go, fellas. And we'll just crank that tight. That way it doesn't fall off. But the way this works is, oh, I know where that goes. Now I feel kind of stupid. Like I've done this a million times. I just didn't realize that's where this went. This big washer right here actually goes on this. Kind of stupid of me not to remember that. The reason for that is it allows you to tighten this a lot easier. See? That like that, now I can haul like wet concrete or, you know, or lift the box up without having to worry about the tailgates popping open. Even though they really shouldn't on a truck like this, you never want to trust them with your life, you know what I mean? One thing I noticed also is the here, I'll come in for a close-up so you guys can see. These hinges don't even have any grease zerks. No grease zerks. You don't grease them at all. So that's kind of weird. I thought they don't have any grease zerks on them. Not on the side. That's just a pinhole. It's not a grease zerk. Same with that side. So I thought that was kind of interesting that they don't have any grease zerks on those at all. You can kind of see in there. It's just a like how they made the pin or something. Yeah, it's got those D-rings on it, huh? Yeah, but this is something it should have had this. Like, it already comes set up with this. How come it didn't have one of those? Yeah, I don't think it's gonna get seized up. I've seen the non-grease ones before, but I just think it's interesting, you know, that that's what they're moving to. I think it's pre-sealed with grease in it. Michael, I think there's already a grease in it. But I don't know. Yeah, check out those. I like how far in the brake cans are. If you notice how far in they are, look at this. See the hitch? Sticks out further than the nose do. So when you back up to the paver, on a lot of trucks, and I mean a lot of trucks, the air cans are facing this way, and they just get pounded every single time they back up to a paver. They get dented in, and yeah, so that's a really good setup that they have those sideways like that. I guess it's part of the disc brake thing, which is cool. They got one backup light, looks like, right there. They should have had more than that. And that's interesting that this doesn't have like a cover that goes over that. Wouldn't that have a cover that goes over that? You know, like a beauty cover. Screws onto it. Let's check the other side. See if it has one. Nope. And then That's kind of interesting that they just milled it down and bolted it. What? Yeah, that's the strong arm, huh? And that's where the cylinder bumps up against that. Look at that. See that electric wire getting pinched in there? Yeah, that's really pinched right there. Could just be the plastic getting pinched though. Something, you know, just the little details, man. I'm such a little detail guy. I like looking at the little details. Yeah, it's got big wheels, huh? I'm going to put the wheel chock down, put the strong arm down, and then fold that tarp back. I want to see what it looks like folded back. Let's do that, son. Does that sound like a plan? Sure? Okay. Okay. Let's put this wheel chock down. Looks like it's more likely to roll backwards, but I don't want it rolling into my pickup, so we'll put it right there. Okay. Now we will flip this PTO. Now we will lower strong arm. There we go. It's lowering. The way this works is that top part flips up first. So one thing drivers have to be very aware of is how tall that thing flips and where they're flipping it, because that can catch power lines or something, you know? So we get a lot of questions, why is that axle in the back like that? Well, I was reading up on it, and a long time ago, 1940 something, I think is when they started, is when the federal government said we need to have a law that is recognized basically everywhere in the United States of weights. Basically, we need to have a standard, an industry standard that says, okay, you can put this much weight in this amount of distance. That way they can build their bridges and stuff and be, you know, all within the same standard, basically. So they developed what's called the bridge law, right? And in Washington, we have a stricter bridge law than some places else, you know, because some places you can have just a triaxle and you can haul 70,000 pounds, you know. In Washington State, no, you're not hauling 70,000 pounds on a triaxle. Check that out. Did you guys see it lift the back up off the ground? It actually lifted the back tires up. They're still on the ground. But man, it lifted them up quite a bit. Yeah, they're not going nowhere. I'm working on it, Joey. I'm working on it. Yeah, Michael, I didn't buy the pup trailer for this because they wanted $70,000 for that. And I'm not paying $70,000 for a tandem pup trailer. because I see them on Craigslist. They're all like 30 years old, and they're all like, they're selling for like $1,000, $2,000. So, no thanks. I don't need to haul the extra 7 tons. I'm not paying $70,000 to haul 7 more tons. That's kind of ridiculous. Okay, let's put the tarp back. See what the tarp thing does, where it kind of sits. So this is the truck tarp right here. Boom, that's there. So one thing you have to remember also, you cannot put the strong arm up when the tarp is down. That will mess this tarp up big time. Joey, no, I haven't. Bridges that are, what was it? 13 feet 5 inches. They said don't go under bridges that are under 13.5 when your strong arm is up. Yeah, right, Michael. $70,000 for a pup trailer. That's more than I want to spend. So it's kind of cool. So the way this strong arm is it's actually hydraulic over nitrogen, which I don't really know what that means, but that's what it is. Hydraulic over nitrogen. So I'm guessing this is the nitrogen setup and that's the hydraulic setup. What do you mean, Joey? Oh, blue fenders. Yeah, we're doing blue fenders. And also, so the tarp is a mesh tarp. They also said to me that it is actually an asphalt rated mesh tarp, which I didn't know they made mesh tarps that were rated for asphalt. I did not know that. So I guess you learn something new every day. Okay, I'm gonna put this tarp back. That's all the way up. It only sits like 4 feet higher than the box when it's coming up. So Joey, the strong arm is very practical in Washington, and what it does, it allows you to haul 26 tons worth of weight. That's the payload capacity, 26 tons, 25, 26 tons, versus, you know, just a 3-axle truck only allows you to haul, I think it's like 19 tons, so it is way more. And so here's what else. So the turning radius, that's a great question. Here, let me put this strong arm up. Hey, you wanna climb inside? It's getting too rainy out here. Here, climb up inside. We're gonna put that strong arm up. Oh geez, it's coming down now. Ugh. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. That is getting soaking wet over here. Ugh. Woo! Man, it just started pouring down rain. Okay, let me see if I can set this stupid phone up again right here. So I can... Okay. There. Ugh, there's water right on the lens. Okay. Okay, what was the question again? So the strong arm makes it very practical, and it makes the demand for your truck way more. The reason being is, so with a normal solo truck, right? You can haul 15 tons up to like 19 if you have a triple axle or a triple drop axle, right? It's still at the wrap shop, John. So it doesn't cost much more per hour to rent one of these than it does a solo, but they would rather rent this because this makes basically 2 trips with 1 trip. You know, it basically hauls double the weight of a solo, right? And it's not double the cost. Turning radius. Let me address the turning radius thing. This truck right here, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm 99% sure this truck turns better. It turns better than my 85 Peterbilt. Yep, that's exactly what it's about, Lightning. You got it. And I got that email. Thanks for the email.
Yeah.
I'm probably not going to do Van Dyne along the side, but we will have it on the back. Yeah, this truck turns so good when the drop axles are up and the strong arm's up. It turns amazing. Now, I've heard when you put the strong arm down, that isn't what limits your turning, right? It's the drop axles in between the drivers and the steer tires. So what happens is kind of think of it this way, right? You got your steer tire, and then you got your 2 drivers. What happens is when you try to turn, right? When you try to turn, these drop axle tires they're kind of getting pushed. Yes, they're steerable tires, but they don't turn as sharp as your actual steer tires do. So what happens is your drop axle tires are what limit your turning, not the back arm. That one is just a swing, right? So that doesn't really limit the turning, from what I've heard from other super dump drivers. So that's what I've heard. Too bad the $70 pup trailer wasn't free with the $300,000 truck. Yeah, right? I agree. It should have been included in the price. What?
Wanna put the strong arm up?
I already put it up. It's fully raised right now. Strong arm fully raised. Anyways. So it's like a tag axle. Yes, it's also steerable. Yep. Let me shut this truck off so you guys can hear a little bit better. So all the drop axles on this and the strong arm, they're all steerables. They all steer, right? Which means they have kingpins and they have shock absorbers on them and all that jazz. It's getting kind of foggy in here, huh? But yeah, you're right on point, Lightning, with the nitrogen over hydraulic. Nope. I wish, but that's not the way I'm going to do it. The guy I'm hiring is going to be driving this. I'll be driving the old one still. You know, that's just because I don't think I could trust anybody with my baby. Yeah. So the driver's going to be driving this, making the payment for this, and I will be I'll be driving my truck, you know, until, you know, it just decides that it doesn't want to work anymore, you know, which it's an old truck. So it could decide that whenever it wants.
I just do that.
You know, hopefully my goal is for it to drive for another 3 years at least, minimum.
Just do that.
Yeah, it's got that too. That's for a electronic logbook. It's like another computer screen, just like this. Yeah, exactly, Joey. My goal is to, drive my old truck for another 3 years, and then it's going to be kind of retired. It's kind of my thought process. And it might happen sooner than that. It might happen later than that. A lot depends on these emissions laws they're coming up with.
Got this too.
What's a flow boy? I don't even know what that is. Maybe people use a different term here. What's that?
Oh, can this do that?
Yep, that's for the window. Which is not going to work right now because it's... I don't like the rain getting on my electronic controls. Semi-trailer for blacktop. You mean like a transfer trailer? I think what you're talking about is a transfer trailer. We call those transfers. It's where the trailer box transfers into the truck, and then they back it up that way, and they dump the truck with the trailer box in it. They use those for blacktop here, but they're really getting away from them because these super dumps are so much more efficient. Like, these are way more efficient. They may haul a smidge less, but the amount of time saved, because we're not transferring anything, it makes these way, way more faster. Yeah, you got that right, Michael. They are. They're scammers. Yeah, the super dump is way more efficient because I'm hauling 26 tons, they're hauling 32, right? But in the amount of time that they're wasting, dumping, then going back to their transfer to transfer it, and then going back and dumping, and then going back and retransferring it, and then getting loaded. If all the times they transfer, I'll make easily a few more loads a day than a transfer will. And so my gross payload over the whole day will be way more than a transfer. Flowboy has the belt.
I got a D on it too.
They have chains here. It's like a chain that pulls it in. What? Yeah, they put a D right there. They shouldn't have done that, huh? Anyways. Yeah, they're good. They're a good setup, but they're just they're getting more and more out of date. I don't know why they would still even use them in New York anymore, because like once you get into the city, there is nowhere to park one of those trailers. Nowhere. And then here's the other kicker. Like, I see guys complain all the time online. Oh, this idiot parked his car in front of the trailer. Like, they do it all the time. Like, even though you put your cones up, they'll pull right in between the cones and park right in front of your trailer. What's that about belts? 1 second. Because of the power lines. Oh, a belt unloads the product. Oh, yeah, no, they don't use those here. They might. I've seen them, but I think when talking like the Live Bottom, they use those for like potatoes and stuff. They don't use them for asphalt. They got like little rubber flaps, and it kind of flaps. Is that what you're talking about? I've seen those, but it's more of they use those for basically potatoes and vegetables and stuff. So that's the way that is. Yep. That's the owner of Minuteman Press. But anyways, it's getting kind of foggy in the dump truck. She's probably like, what the heck is this guy doing in his dump truck? It's my $300,000 truck, and I want to sit in it because it's cool. Yeah. So
get out?
Yeah, you want to go? Are you ready to go home?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you ready to go home? Okay, we can go home then. You know, another thing, here's another thing. A floor mat, like I understand that that's rough. What the heck's the floor mat? Like it didn't even come with 2 floor mats. That's kind of cool.
Whoa, the wingy.
I don't know. It's just those little things like that that kind of get me. You know what I mean? When I'm paying $300,000 for a truck, that is kind of criminal. The lock button will only lock the passenger side. It will not lock this lock. Keep you from locking the keys in the truck. You have to use the key to lock it, which is kind of a cool feature. I like that feature. Okay. Yep, so that's where we're at, guys. They didn't even give floor mats. Like, what the heck? I don't know. Did I get ripped off? I need to call up my dealer and be like, hey, I know it was kind of a rush, but when you guys gonna send this stuff to me, too? Because I didn't even get my... Oh, there's Mr. Put him back in there. So, I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think? They need to add that stuff. Floor mats, fire extinguisher. I already put the lock on there, so they could give me another one, I suppose. Yep, so.
Can I close my door, Dad?
Well, you can close it.
Yeah.
Yes, you can. Grab it. You can do it. Grab the bottom one. Hey, grab the bottom one. There you go. Okay. Now open it and then close it harder. Yep. The bottom one is the handle. Yep. Pull it and push. Push. Push.
I can't.
Pull it. Pull that one and push right there. You can do it. Come on, pull it. Hey, hey, look at me. Pull that one and push right there. Yep, push. Come on, push it. You can do it. All right, guys, I'm going to catch you later. Hope you guys have a good Saturday.